It's fine. Stand up, I get up. I'm feeling when I should focus. I come on, be a good I shouldn't gonna stay focused. Opportunities, gotta get this, gotta fight this.
Hustlers, isikhathi namhlanje sibize emoyeni njengoba sithi Zoe Buster, sithi zep zep shwi sigibela indiza bafethu njengoba ngithi salute to all my hustlers, ngibingelele bonke ababuki noma ke abagibeli balendiza mshini okuyiSpani njengoba sihlale sinikeza amaphiko bafethu ukuthi nifinyele kumaphupho wenu. Ngibize uCaptain Macmillan Lishuma bafethu, ngithi I stay fly ngomswenko nginqola moya, ngithi venene ngimthuleleke uqephu noma ke umkhakha wabantu ke abashayela amabhanoyi phecelezi ama-pilot. Samba nohasta lethu uGift njengoba ke insizwe sithola sehamba nenkampani ke edala imkhubo bafethu edala imanga i-Wonders of Aviation. Yena ngizothetha ligcwele ngithi thina ke asigcwale i-Space Jam bafethu simvakashele ngakubo sibuza ukuthi why do you believe you can fly, why do you believe you can touch the sky? See us running to his open door njengoba ke asivulela amasango bafethu asamukela la hlala ngakhona.
At times it was tough, you know, ukuthi ngibuyele esikela namajita nokukhuluma ukuthi mina ngenze this nobabami, ngenze this nobabami.
I-career yakhe yokuba yi-pilot, I was against it ekuqaleni.
Hello, hi, my name is Gift Kadima, born and raised at Tembisa, but manje ngihlala lana in Oakham Park. Ever since growing up, my life has been a turbulent takeoff, and now I can see the sun as I'm approaching my cruising altitude, and this is my story. Yeah, so ngikhulele Tembisa, bekumnandi. Ukrusa gogo nomkhulu like bayingxenye enkulu empilweni yami. Ugogo ngiyakhumbula ngelinye ilanga yazi kuyangishaya. Bengidlala ne-cousin yami. Sasabancane. So ngaphandle ikandakanda, you know. Manje thina siyagijima selapha kule nto that picks up the rubble and ukusibhizi ihlala lapho. Yo, gogo wami makasibona. Zange asize yo washaya. Washaya zange asize. I think i-discipline vele iningi ibuya kugogo from inside la gogo mangasho.
Ukukhulisa uGift ngasho ngithi at first it was sort of like a challenge to raise ukukhulisa umntwana owumfana because of like uGift ngimthole after ngiceda matric, and then ilesikhathi la bese ngi-enrolla ukuphesua my education, and then kwaba ukuthi we depart, and then no baba wakhe ekudeparteni kwami naye ubaba wakhe it was very challenging. Usesikoleni ngapha uraise umntwana uyi-1, and he even stopped ukuthi like abhadale i-maintenance.
Anye ngisho ukuthi inga-affectile ukuthi baba ngekangekho, you know, because umndeni wami vele bebangithanda kakhulu, as I've mentioned ukuthi ngikhule vele emndenini right. So it wasn't something ukuthi vele inga-affecte kakhulu, but at times it was tough, you know, ukuthi ngibuyele esikela namajita nokukhuluma ukuthi mina ngenze this nobabami, ngenze this nobabami. I never had ukuthi ngasho ukuthi my chance nami nobabami senze into so so. So but at the end of the day anye ngisho ukuthi mokuyinto enkulu enga-affectile mina empilweni yami. So isikole ngaqala at Captain Park at Eden Etlin Primary School. Azange ngiqedelele vele khona eTlin. Then that's when I went to a boarding school in Limpopo, which was miles away. Esikhathini esiningi ngifika kimi ukuthi yo like ngikude kabi mfethu labantu abangishiye la bavele bangilahla la. But as ngikhula bengibona ukuthi bebayenzela mina lento le ukuthi ngizokwazi ngizifundisa independence ngisasemncane. But I think ngasho ukuthi i-worst memory benginako ukuthi isikhathi esiningi azange ngikwazi ukuspenda nomama sithi ngisakhula. Yeah, mangisakhula the first memory enginayo ukuthi bengifuna ukuyenzani ngisakhula ngiyakhumbula bengifuna ukuba i-dentist. And then that didn't last. Azange last isikhathi eside because like aeroplanes nje bengibona njalo, and also growing up eThembisa the airport is just ayikho kude, so musana ngibona ama-aeroplane every single time nje andlula and umkhulu wami akasebenzele airport. Mangiceda i-matric ngahamba ngaya-Wits, and then I spent unyaka owodwa e-Wits, and then that year when we vacation, I went to an air show in Mafikeng, and then that's when I just fell in love in aviation even more, and then I realized ukuthi anything enza Wits is not for me. Like into engifuna ukuyenza mina as ngifuna ukundiza, I want to fly, and then that's when I pursued vele flying full on from that moment.
I-career yakhe yokuba yi-pilot, I was against it ekuqaleni. The reason why bengi-against ukuthi athathe i-career ye-pilot, bowunokuthi uma ubukela iy'ndaba uthole ukuthi ama-flights like kuba nama-air crashes, maye ngiyayibheka le nto ngithi hayi ufuna ukuyofaka buhlungu kanje kule career ye-pilot.
Mangithola i-private pilot license yami, bengijabulile, and it was i-relief enkulu, you know, off my shoulders.
I was over the moon. Ngangijabule ngendlela emangazayo because ngikhumbula acela athi ma ngicela ukuthi ngi-invite ubaba eze naye azongibona ku-graduation le. Uthe makafika and then azunikeza i-speech, ngathi mangimbheka ubaba khona engezela inyembezi, ngasho ngathi sometimes kuba khona izinto ukuthi uNkulunkulu ukupha zona but you don't appreciate.
I found out about e-wonders of aviation because in 2014, the time program iqala, I was actually awarded a yearly program to participate in a lot of things, and after that ngokuya they actually, I think babonile ukuthi I was very passionate, very dedicated at that time, and then that's when I actually found out about them in 2014, and I was always in constant communication nabo at the time, saying okay guys, this is where I am so far with my progress, into engizenzayo manje yiloku naloku, and then having known Wonders of Aviation because basebenza ne-ASA, the Airlines Association of South Africa. That's how I got to know the Airlines Association of South Africa, was through Wonders of Aviation. So kusasa ngiya ku-ASA for interview because bengi intern for the past couple of 6 months, and then kusasa assess ukubona ukuthi na ngiyakwazi ukuqhubeka ngibe pilot to hopefully be an island pilot, and I think bazonginikeza i-scholarship mangabe ngenza kahle, if the interview ihamba kahle, so that ngizokwazi ukuqhubeka ngithola i-commercial pilot license yami.
uGift interview yakhe kusasa bengasho ngithi all the best, akahambe with that thing in mind ukuthi there is nothing impossible.
Mangathola le scholarship, to me it's gonna mean a lot because for the past couple of years solo ngisebenza going towards my dream, and I think izongenza, it might just make the road a bit easier for me, and also kuba part of Wonders of Aviation and also Airlines Association of South Africa. I think I can just get my foot in the door or knock on the door of all these other big airliners and say, okay, this is what I've been doing for the past couple of years. I'm very passionate and serious. So I think that would mean a lot to me because it will present some opportunities amaning ukuqhubeka phambili. Sorry, I just went blank.
Bravo Senior reporting final approach runway 24, fully low pass, your traffic is.
Sengifikile manje lana asa offices so i-interview angazi ukuthi ngizohlangabezana nani kodwa asibone ukuthi kwenzakalani.
Good morning, Gift.
Good morning, Di.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you very much. And yourself?
Awesome, thank you. Gift, thank you so much for coming through. By means of introduction, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Diamond Semi. I'm the chairperson of the Wonders of Aviation. The Wonders of Aviation is an organization which is a not-for-profit organization that actually creates a platform for all aviation-related companies to showcase their outreach programs. So this morning, the reason for you being here is that we would like to interview you, myself and V's, and just to get a sense of who you are as Gift, what your future aspirations in aviation is. So I'm going to hand over to my colleague V's Lochin, who's the treasurer of the Wonders of Aviation, but also the COO of the Airlines Association of South Africa.
Just tell us a little about yourself and what interests you in getting into aviation.
So I have been involved in aviation for quite a while. I've always loved airplanes ever since from a young age. And I was exposed to airplanes at a very, very young age, as mentioned, because my grandfather used to work for the airport. So sometimes I'd go with him to work and I'd go at ORTM, which was John Smart at the time, and I'd go have a look at the airplanes. And I've always been fascinated about these things that fly.
Where did you do your training?
So I actually did my training with my gliding. I did my training at Grand Scorp Gliding Club, which is based at the Brits Airfield. And then shortly after, I did my PPL training, which I did at Lutavia, which is at Vonderboom Airport.
Okay, so when you did your private pilot's license, which is your PPL,
yes.
Can you tell me how long did it take you to go solo?
So I actually went solo on my 18th hour.
Okay,
that's when I actually went solo. But at the time, I think I could have actually done it much more quicker, but due to funds, I was not flying regularly, so I'd have to fly, and then I'd get a bit rusty, and then I'd have to go fly again, so which took me a bit of time to actually progress as much as I really would have loved to.
Okay, so how many exams have you written and what are they?
So the exams that I've written currently are 3, which is human performance, instrumentation, and radio aids as well.
What else have you got outstanding?
Navigation and flight planning. I also have air law and operations, right. And then I also have to write the sorry, I just went blank.
Gift my interview yakhe kusasa. Bengasho ngithi all the best.
So Gift, right now what we're going to do is we're going to send you off to Lutavia Flying School in Vonderboom Airport, where you will meet your mentor, who has 3 tasks that you would need to go through and to pass those 3 tasks. And we will then see you back here after you've gone through those exercises. And all we can say is, on behalf of myself and V's, we'd like to wish you well in these tasks. Do the very best that you can, and give off everything that you've trained for thus far. And we'd like to see you back here when you're done with that.
Ka gifti ra bona hore seo o se batlang se ka etsahala ha fela o ka fihlellwa ke kelello ya se e se batlang ho sa kgathalletse hore o monyane hakakang ene hape o sebeditse hantle ka ho bua ka lerato la hae maikemisetso le botsitso ba se a se batlang ene o na le bohlale ba o tseba hore o tswelle pele go go fitisetsa pele ho se le wena o se amohetseng di-pilot di kwetlisitswe haholo gore ba tsebe ho fufisa difofane ene ba tlameha go bana le di-license tsa professional pilot commercial pilot kapa airline transportation o tlhoka national senior certificate maths physical science ka tlwaelo di compulsory geography le languages di tla o thusa mane ko defense force le SAA o tlameha go ba ka tlase ha dilemo di le 35 South African Civil Aviation Authority bana le di-license go ya ka mefuta depending gore wena o batla eng.
Hi, my name is Tammy Smith. I'm currently an instructor at Xavier Flight School. I got my commercial license in 2015 and my instructor's rating, and I've been giving instruction at Xavier since. Currently a grade 2 senior flight instructor, and today I'm going to be GIFT's mentor. It looks like I'm going to be getting a
I wouldn't call it yet.
Nope, too high, nose forward, nose forward.
Paper planes. Enhle kulezi zinto bafethu zingikhumbuze primary school. Shwi. Okay, hustlers, that's as close as I'm going to get to being a pilot. Kodwa namhlanje bafethu sihamba nabantu mamampela. Oh, gift bafethu insizwa pilot ihamba nabantu balaphana ke wonders of aviation. So some of you are stressing, yo, yazi ngifuna ilearners, yo, yazi ngifunani i-code 13 bafethu. Insizwa ke yona bafethu sina amanye ama license manje ke sefuna uthola ke i-commercial license yayo. Njengoba ke bamshala laphana ngama test bafethu. Ungasho uthi u-driving school. Ngithi speaking about driving school and test, athi ke ngimnikeze iwejambu lethu yakule viki. Nginikeze ke amahluzi amabini oku-L no-R. Uyazi impela ngena laphana ku-Twitter na ku-Facebook. Ngipela ngitshela ukuthi yabona le ndizamshini bafethu esifunayo laphana ayidinga ama-engine ukuthi indize. Uyazi impela so uyazi kumele wenzeni. Kunamanje sabo sobona insizwe ishaya task yokuqala ngithi akudlalo akusi-PlayStation lena bafethu ibizwa ngokuthi i-flight simulation. Uma ke angachayisa it's game over. Siphelile iSpani sakho.
Right, so task 1, we're going to do a bit of basic IF flying. We're just going to take off. As soon as we're in the clouds, we're going to configure for 6,000 feet. Basic IF maneuvers, straight and level, medium level turns, and that's that.
All right, 100%, sounds good.
Aircraft is started.
Okay, aircraft is started.
What's radar flight time? 5,000 feet, keeping a lookout for the helicopter.
Okay, rotating. Yeah. And in the air. Okay, climbing out at 70 or 65. I think 65 is okay. Okay. So the first encounter with the simulator was I was a bit scared because bingazi what to expect in terms of the tasks that were going to be given to me.
Simulator training we do to simulate emergencies mostly and instrument flying conditions, and it's basically to build more advanced skills before going into the aircraft. Okay, there we go. So I want you to maintain that.
Okay.
There we go.
So must maintain heading of north and I'm climbing. Okay. Right. Try to get straight on level. Get straight on level.
Okay, so have you flown IF before?
No, it's actually my first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been flying?
Now, I've been flying for, geez, quite a long time, but it's been since 2012.
Sure.
Yeah, so
almost as long as me.
It's a very, very long time.
Are there any other pilots in your family?
No, there's none actually. I'm the black sheep.
Well, my interest in flying comes from a very young age. I just was always fascinated with aircraft in general. And as I grew older, that fascination went more into a commercial direction. It started off with military helicopters, actually, and I found the size was better, so a larger aircraft. All right, so we're maintaining straight and level flights. What's the scan that you want to do? What instruments do you think are going to indicate that you're maintaining straight and level?
My artificial horizon and also my VSI, vertical speed indicator. What's tell me if I'm maintaining my altitude.
Okay, and direction?
My directional with my directional indicator as well as my turn coordinator.
Okay, so which of those instruments do you think is the most important one?
The most important one, I would definitely say that it would be my artificial horizon.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of funding, up this far, I haven't actually gotten any funding to do my PPL training, and up till this far, a commercial pilot license. It's all been paid for out of the pocket by my mom, and also Nami as well. I had to sometimes work part-time while in Funda part-time. So I've also tried to work Nami to try assist in that regard. Being raised by a single parent has taught me a lot, to especially respect. You have to respect and you have to appreciate, man, because if I did not appreciate the fact that I'm being raised by a single parent, I was always complaining I don't have a dad, then things probably would have panned out differently compared to the ways in Akona manje.
Okay, so now we're gonna come in for the landing.
Okay, 100%.
And we're ready?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, looks like I'm gonna be getting a
I wouldn't call it yet.
Nope, too high, nose forward, nose forward. Okay, my thoughts on the landing is it happens. Like I said, it is the simulator. So the landing, it was for the most part on the runway. And the red screen didn't come on, so that was a good thing.
What I was thinking at the time is because Tammy said, if you land this nicely, I'll buy you a So I think I was already thinking of the and didn't see that toss through. It was a landing I could walk away from.
And as they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
It's a good landing, yeah.
All right, so you can pause the sim and shut it down.
Okay, so paused.
All right, and now we can move on to task 2, pre-flight.
All right, cool stuff, let's do this.
All right.
Mona re bona bohlokwa ba ho ama kelello ya hao kaofela. Di-civilian pilot ba tlameha hore ba be bohlale haholo, ba phase diteko kaofela tsa maphelo, ba be le dilemo di le 17 ene ba ikemisetse ho sebetsa ka tlasa ha boima. Ho ya ka dikwetliso ke theory, ke practicals le di-hour tse 40 tsa ho fofa. Mona lekaleng lena ha ba sebeletse tjhelete kapa ho patalwa, ba etsa sena ho ithabisa. Mahaslas, wena inehele bofelong ba se o se batlang hore o tsebe ho tsitsa leetong la hao. O se lahlele toulo, o se amohele maemo ene o se nyahame.
And the LL stands for?
Stands for
Right, so task 2, we're going to do a pre-flight inspection. We're going to check the airframe, wings, going to check that the propeller is fine, cables are all secured. Going to check for the tire pressure and check the fuel quality, quantity and oil.
Okay, not a problem. Let's do it.
Okay, let's switch on the master, get the flaps down, and then we can have a look at the lights.
Not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to switch on the master so that we have all the lights on.
100%.
And then I'm going to extend the flaps all the way down.
Okay.
Flaps
Go
extended.
a little bit more on the flaps, all the way down.
And all the way down.
Okay, we've got full extension.
And we have full extension.
Okay. Here we can have a look at the lights of the aircraft.
All right.
Instruction has taught me patience. That's the biggest thing that has taught me in how to engage people. One student of yours will be a 16-year-old schoolgirl that has, no matric, and then your next client is going to be a 55-year-old businessman that might have a PhD in physics. So it's taught me the patience to come across or teach the exact same syllabus to different types of people.
Okay, we've got our navigational light that's on, and we also got our beacon, which is also shining the way it's supposed to. So that's good to go.
Strobe light.
Strobe light. And we also have our anti-beacon light also flashing there at the top, so it's on. We're good to go.
And what's this one here at the back?
This one here at the back is also our navigational light, so that they can see us. So yeah, I think the biggest mistake being I was used to flying one specific aircraft, and with that aircraft, the throttle, the power controlling thing, was actually sort of like a lollipop. And then I jumped into an aircraft where it's more, but it's like a handle. So now me in my head, I'm thinking, okay, it throttle ingapa and the mixture is ngapa, because I'm looking while flying at the same time. And the next thing I do, I pull mixture. Mixture is the one that controls the amount of fuel that goes into the engine. So I cut fuel into the engine, and then the engine dies. And well, fortunately I was high, and then I was just able to do a restart again up in the air.
Alright, so landing gear, what are we going to look for with regards to our landing gear?
Okay, so we're going to look for our tire pressure, and we also want to check for a split pin in here.
Okay, so tires look good.
Okay, so now we're going to check for our flaps. Make sure we've got maximum deflection. And you want to check if there's a bit of play on this over here. So E-Wonders of Aviation is a program that's basically for outreach. We try to reach and to educate through the many wonders of as aviation as corner. It doesn't have to be necessarily a pilot, but you can be a technician. You can sebenzela for A10S, the control tower. There's limited careers go aviation. It's a known fact in terms of the demographics of the aviation space. So let's see how many black individuals we have. There's very few people. It's still a very white dominated industry. So to be part of outreach, because I know I come from the struggle. I've every single day, I've worked so hard to get to where I am, and I know it's not easy, especially given the fact that you're a black individual already now coming into this aviation industry. So I want to try use what I've learned and try to inspire the many guys out there who are black.
Yeah, it's a very male-dominated industry, so you would find in most institutions there are a lot more males than females, but that split is starting to, I don't want to say necessarily evening out, but it is bettering.
Check for aileron over here. I want to check for our split pin. Split pin is in there. It's also in over here. Check for this. Okay, this is also fine. Check for our split pins this side as well. That's also 100%. And
watch the fingers.
Okay, our flap is moving correctly.
All right.
Okay, I'm just going to grab the fuel strainer so we can strain the fuel.
Okay, how many fueling straining points do we have on each wing?
We have got 5, which is 1, 2, 3. We've got the 4th one over here and the 5th one over there, so we got 5.
Okay, so when we're straining for fuel, what are we looking for?
We want to see for any particles that we don't want inside the fuel to check if our fuel is contaminated or not.
The biggest mistakes that is usually made in pre-flight inspections is not straining all the fuel straining points in the aircraft, because some of the aircraft you need to have the fuel selector on in order to strain from certain points. That's forgotten a lot. And lights. Students generally tend to forget the lights because the training happens in the day and the requirements for lighting is not as stringent as with night flying. Do you know what the octane rating of our fuel is?
It's 100 LL.
And the LL stands for?
Stands for... I'm so grateful for my mom funding this because, man, it's my dream, and the fact that she believes in my dream means a lot. So I'm very grateful for the fact that she's funded me this far, and she hasn't even given up on me. It really means a lot. It means a lot to me.
Okay, remember rule number 1, you do not get into an aircraft if you've not visibly checked the fuel yourself.
Yes.
So let's have a look.
So I'll jump up and check for the fuel quantity.
Okay, and remember minimum on the steps.
Okay, our fuel is on the step. Okay, we've got enough fuel.
All right, so that's the end of task 2. Aircraft is pre-flighted, so we're good to go.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Mona re bona gore ha se ka o fofisa sefofane fela go tseba ka dikarolo tsa sefofane go bohlokwa se khotsofatsang ka mosebetsi ona ke gore o tla dula o fofa o tla dula o le hohle ene le seemo sa position empa o sebetsa ka tlase ha boima di hours tse sa nepang ene o phela o se hae mara ra tseba gore ha ho pleasure ka ntle ho pain mahaslase mapheho sentse ona lona fofa ho go bua gore ha ona le maikemisetso o tla ifumana tsela.
Air traffic control, this is SABC Flight 101, requesting permission to land the word jumble again. Roger that. I'm clear for landing. Njengoba-ke ngilishaya-ke ngiyokugcina bafethu lapha nakuwe jumble oyiletha umuyaziphendula ngena lapha nakuTwitter nakuFacebook ngithi lapha emakhaya ngiyazi abaningi bazibuza ukuthi ngabe lo muntu lona ugqoka ama-earphones we-Beats by Drake noma-ke ulalele uKhozi FM cha akalalelanga umsakazo bafethu kodwa-ke ulalele abantu-ke abaphethe-ke isiminyaminya sezulu noma-ke sesibhakabhaka. But right now thina njengeSpani we are about to do an emergency landing bafethu. Static curfew and refuel on jet fuel. We'll be back in a few.
Well, when I was about to leave, we noticed on the inspection which there's actually a bit of I think it was an egg at the time on the tail. We were supposed to clean it up.
Okay, time for task 3.
Yeah.
Gonna get airborne, gonna fly a nice wide circuit around the rotor dam,
Okay.
a couple of turns maybe, and then come back to land.
Cool, let's do this.
Go. Okay, well, let's start up before this guy comes back. You got your checklist, hands and feet are clear. Okay, I'm going to go through the start off with you because it's a fuel injector.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. Okay. There aren't set requirements per se. legally speaking, you only need to be medically fit and have a lot of money. But in terms of getting a job later on in life, maths and science does help a lot at school, and geography definitely. But aside from that, it's not like university. You don't need specific marks to get into flying. All right, that's the fuel injector start. The after start checks is pretty straightforward. Okay, throttle set 1,000 RPM. Oil pressure. Check.
Pressure, the green.
Ammeter, got charge.
Charging.
Suction over there next to the ammeter.
Yeah, okay. 5.5.
Okay, mags, let's do a dead cut.
Okay, I'm gonna do a dead cut. Okay, so with Task 3, I've never flown a Cessna before. I've always flown on my Pipers. But for me, I always love a challenge. And I always say to myself, well, if it's got wings and an engine and it flies, I'll fly it. Good. It's clear on left side, ahead of us, right hand side. And it's turning on right for 0 seconds. Turn it right, pocket's increasing, it's increasing, wing.
Sierra Foxtrot India, copy, thank you. Sierra Mike Golf, clear takeoff runway 29, wind 310 degrees at 13 knots, climb to 6,000 feet, report outbound.
Sierra Uniform Juliet, on right downwind.
Sierra Uniform Juliet, copied, report final approach runway 29, number 1, 2 departures ahead.
Final approach number 1, 2 departures ahead, Sierra Uniform Juliet.
Sierra Echo Uniform, line up and wait, runway 29.
Well, when I was about to leave, we noticed on the inspection which there's actually a bit of I think it was an egg at the time on the tail. We were supposed to clean it up. And I spotted something that's not supposed to be there.
Okay, so what's that going to do to the airflow over our getaway?
It's going to cause a bit of drag, so we don't want that. So we'd have to remove this before we actually go fly.
Okay. What is that? An egg?
Looks like an egg. Okay. But once we were ready, we actually jumped into the aircraft to actually go for the flights. But then, Ms. Kotli Wuti, we hadn't actually removed that thing.
I can say some of the worst or scariest experiences with a new student is allowing them to land for the first time by themselves. Now, typically we want a student to start taking off and landing from the very first time they're flying. So you never really know what's going to happen because you are talking the student through the procedure and you're expecting the student might react very well on the ground, but as soon as they're physically flying, they freeze up. So I think some of the scariest things that have happened is a student freezing with the nose pointed at the runway in an approach.
Flying with my mom for the very first time. Geez, that was a lot of fun because she's flown a lot. She has a complaint when she was flying all over the place, saying she doesn't like these small planes that are propellers instead of jets. She was a bit scared at the time, I think, because I can't believe okay, this guy can actually fly this thing. And on the takeoff run, when I gave power, I could see her she moved back to her seat and just took a deep breath. When I was doing the turns, you know, I could see which was a bit scared and, you know, trying to catch a breath. And as soon as we landed, man, I think that smile it'll remain in my memory forever. I'll never forget that smile after I finished landing. So when we were coming in for the landing, we had to hold outbound and do a couple of rotations by Rotterdam before they gave us a clearance to come in to the airspace and to land.
The advice that I'd give to Gift is persevere. Perseverance pays off, work begets work. If you keep going on, you are eventually going to get where you need to be. It might not be in 2 months, in 3 months, but it will come. And there's a global pilot shortage looming, and we've seen it already in the industry locally with the amount of movement, instructors to charters to airlines. So keep going, the gap will come. Right, and that's the end of task 3.
Okay, cool.
It's hot and bumpy and busy.
Thank you very much for the flight. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Kule training le so far ngiyenzile, I'd say ukuthi I'm confident. Kodwa, you know, there's still room for improvement. I think it's every day I want to learn. I do not want to I think I know this.
Hi, Gift.
Hi, Di.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Yes,
Aviation.
Hi, Gift.
Tell us, how did it go today?
A lot of challenges, but a lot of fun as well. Definitely also learned quite a few number of things as well. So it was a lot of fun overall, but it's also challenging as well.
Right. So after 3 tasks, tell us a little bit about those tasks, each one of them.
So with the first task, I had to fly a simulator and then just do a bit of IF training, which was a lot of fun. I think that was the one that was the most challenging for me, actually, if I have to say so. And then after having flown the simulator, we went to go do an inspection on the aircraft. So I had to physically inspect the aircraft, check if everything is still 100% and if it is still safe enough for us to fly. And then finally was flying, actually just doing a circuit, which was definitely the highlights, I think, of my day. It's good to see that I can still land, because they say any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. So I guess it was a good landing.
Gift, unfortunately, you haven't been successful in acquiring the scholarship.
Okay. It's unfortunate, but I think I'll just have to find a way to keep my dream alive, but I'm not going to quit now. But thank you very much for the opportunity. And
all right, just before you go there, Gift, we're just joking with you. You've done really, really well, and we'd really like to offer you this opportunity of being the Secretary General of Wonders of Aviation. And if you accept the offer, as I mentioned earlier, in terms of what the roles and responsibilities are of the position, if you do accept the offer, the sponsorship or the scholarship that we're going to be giving you in lieu of your duties as the Secretary General of Wonders of Aviation would be to assist you towards acquiring your hours in terms of getting your commercial pilot's license at Xavier. So in lieu of those duties that you would be doing for us, we would then give you a scholarship and we would fund your flying at Xavier Flying School so that you can eventually get your CPL.
Thank you very much. I think that just actually made my day. I really appreciate the opportunity. And once again, thank you very much. Yo, wow guys, certainly been a long day. Finally excited, got scholarship came through, and yeah man, it means that I'm finally getting closer to my dreams. One takeoff at a time, one landing at a time. I'm pretty excited for what's coming ahead. And yeah, whatever dream you have, you may be from the township, from wherever, man. If you're hustling, just press up, push up, panda. Cheers, I'm out.
Well done, Gifty. Ba re di-pilot tse kgabane di tsebega ka go kgona go fofa mo go nang le difefo le mahadima. Potso ya rona ya beke ena e tswa ko Marilinda. A re yena o na le lerato la go thusa batho o batla go tseba ka ga occupational therapist. Di-occupational therapist ba sebetsa ka mefuta ya batho ba nang le dithibego tse fapaneng, either ke dikgobalo kapa go ya ka tswalo. Ba ba thusa gore ba kgone go sebedisa dintho tse ne ba sa kgone go di sebedisa, e ka ba ka mebele ya bona kapa ka dintho tsa bona. Wena o tlhoka National Senior Certificate for Degree, Maths le Physical Science di compulsory. Go tloga mo o ka kwetlisa ka o etsa BSc ya hao ya occupational therapist e leng gore e tla go nka dilemo di le 4. Ha e ka ba hona le go sa utlwang, hopola o checkela Facebook kapa le yona website ya rona. Romela ya hao potso.
Utafamba moyeni tsakane, utafamba moyeni ugift bafethu. Njengoba ke insizwa isibhabhela phezulu, isihambela phezulu ishelele umsebenzi omusha, sithi halala kuwena insizwa. Uphinde futhi usikhombisa ukuthi akukhathazekile ukuthi uqhamuka kuphi, noma ke amaphupho akho makhulu kangakanani, uma unethemba ungawafezekisa. Beka manje awuthamba mfethu, izinto ziyashelela, insizwa isiyaglada ku career yakhe entsha. Speaking of which, sengiletha ke kwimpendulo ye word jumbo. Igama kade sifuna bafethu yi glide out. Umithulile, I know you must be on cloud 9. Ungayitholanga, it went over your head, but better luck next time. Mina ngumfana kaMtambo kudonsa zonke intambo. Itsahlangane khona lapha ku Twitter, Facebook and also on YouTube. Ngiyohlala ngitshela ngithi don't look down, look up and stay up. And remember, not even the sky is the limit.